All right, let's see if it gives us the bridge crew on the next spin up. I don't think it will. No, it won't. All right, so we'll close that one down. Let's keep moving over to the next link, Bada Bink, which is Coachella, and that's going on as well. So make sure you get a chance to check that out on YouTube. We're not there filming it live this year. We'll see about getting there for next year. We've got the link here for Game Informer, all the games that came out in April. We were supposed to see, and that's what I was pointing at, which I was trying to get to down here, which somehow missed the push. We're going to be doing this one here right now, Guardians of the Galaxy. So we're going to do that one in just a little bit, so stick around. You might have to refresh the browsers depending on which one you're watching on, and we'll get going with that one as well. But they did have the Star Trek Bridge Commander release date on that one for April. It just didn't, I guess, make the cut for the month. So we'll be looking forward to things coming in May. It seems like a small list comparatively, but you do have the Star Trek Bridge Crew pushed to May 30th. So that'll be the next VR segment that we're looking at. Don't do that. There you go. May 30th, Star Trek Bridge Crew on the Vive. I'm not sure if we'll be able to, well, it does say VR, PSVR, it's PS4 VR. So we're doing it on that one as well. You got Injustice 2 coming, Prey is coming out. It's going to be a great month of May, as you can see. And again, we talked about putting this code out. We put the code out for the Mighty Monster Mayhem, a great one. We saw we saw it over at, it wasn't at Upload VR, but it was at the VR Expo 2017. There's a free code up on Twitter, on a Facebook page. First one gets it, first come, first serve. If you want to try it out for Wednesday, it's a Steam early release VR game, so make sure you do that. This is the one we're running tonight, folks, the Guardians of the Galaxy. Make sure you've got yourself signed in an account with Telltale so that we start. You can have choices on how the game is going to run. So we're running that one tonight as Guardians of the Galaxy storyline, and you can catch it at telltales.com, series Guardians of the Galaxy. And you can find out all about it right there. Episode 1 trailer, that's the one we're going to be working on tonight. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So stick around for that one. And also, we have the Call of Duty Continuum DLC pack for Call of Tuesday. So we're going to be running this one as well. We've got the Play DLC, Continuum, the second DLC map pack for Infinite Warfare, delivers Shaolin Shuffle, a new zombies experience set in the mean streets of 1970s New York City, and 4 new multiplayer maps, including Excess, a reimagining of the classic Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 map Rust. Okay, let's see what else we've got on this one. That is going to be going on tonight. We have that on PS4, so you'll be able to watch that. We mix up our stuff. We're on PC and Xbox One as Gaming HQ TV. That's the same for Steam and Origin. And on PS4, it's only different because it matches our PS4 handle, which is Gaming_HQ TV. Let's take a look at the new DLC, which is now available right here. Gaming HQ TV.
If not, everything might be shrinking. I'm sick of Taj Mahal ill. Thoroughbred cars got whipped with chill. Front yard prospect, back Central Park with moves and 1,000 guards. Money long like you scared over there? Okay, I got this. What you want, son? This is my game, this is my lane. Get out of the way. What you want, hun? This ain't my game, this is my cake. Get out of my face. What you want, huh? This is my space, this is gonna sting.
He's upside down! That guy's gonna have to watch out for Mr. Stealth.
This is my space, this is my page. Get out of my ink. What you want? What you want?
Heavy contagious.
This is my stage, this is gonna sting.
looks like it's going to be some serious fun tonight with our Guardians of the Galaxy.
Season Pass now, 4 DLC packs for one great price.
You said it, not me. Let's roll it on out of here, shall we? Before the next one signs up.
Welcome everyone, even more...
All right. So that's that guy if you want to find out about Call of Duty World War II leak. And then we've got the trailer for, again, the Infinite Warfare stuff that we're going to be running tonight live on Gaming HQ TV. We're going to be running Guardians of the Galaxy and Call of Tuesday. It is still in effect. Let's do it. Push it.
Underground, overrun by vermin and pestilence. They call it New York. To clean up the streets, they're fighting dirty.
If this is the Big Apple, it is rotten to the core.
They've got the mojo to save the dojo.
Yeah, the kitty cat in the dojo might have some words of wisdom.
Shall we begin?
I got that kung fu feeling flowing through me. Woo!
Electrifying. Clean up on the dance floor.
Vermin to kill. Blood to spill. No time to chill.
Here I come, baby.
Damn, man.
Shaolin Shuffle.
Sounds badass. Can't wait to see
Season
that.
Pass now, 4 DLC packs for one great price.
That looks good. Another good-looking one.
There is a world of ancient.
You can find that one on YouTube as well. And that pushes up back to the front, which I think will set us back a little bit in time, which I keep trying to remind you. I try to give you the heads up on all the betas that come out ahead of time. This is the open beta for Dawn of War 2. Remember, it is April 21st through the 24th. That means it's this weekend. Sign up at thedawnofwar.com/beta. Get in on all the action. You can see some of the Dawn of Beta stuff that we already ran with the closed beta on our website at GamingHQ.tv or YouTube site. Here we go. Here's the Bridge Crew stuff. Let's check it out.
We have lost shields, Captain. Okay, but they have lost their ship. Let's target these graphitic mines.
This is coming May 30th. We changed the schedule from April to May 30th.
Hey there, folks. Chris Waters here with the UB blog, and as you may be able to tell, I've been playing a VR game. That VR game is Star Trek Bridge Crew.
Engage.
Let's approach to within 10 kilometers.
Yeah, so Star Trek Bridge Crew is just that. It's a game set in the Star Trek universe about being on the bridge with your crew of friends and really becoming a Federation officer and using VR technology to actually feel like, wow, I'm really on the bridge and hey, there you are, and you know, you can wave at each other and it's all hand tracking and
it's cool because there's a bunch of different roles on the bridge, like in a Star Trek episode. Let's go through these roles just to give people an idea of what kind of things they'll be doing. Let's start with the helmsman, because that one seems to me like kind of a very accessible one.
Right, so helm is, you know, flying the ship, local travel, impulse travel, which is fast travel between or within a solar system, and then of course the famous warp travel where you're warping to different solar systems. But also helm has to, you know, manage the ship's direction and facing in combat, keep the enemies in front so you can use phasers on them and all that, and then there's hazardous objects to navigate around, and so helm is generally a pretty busy role.
Fire it on our screen. We were getting chased by these mines through one area.
Mines,
yeah, you really have to be on top of it. And so the helmsman, who do they kind of connect with primarily to help them do their role?
I'd say it's actually a combination of a relationship between helm and tactical in combat, because tacticals really rely upon helm to get them in a good firing position on enemies. But a lot of the time also it's with engineering, because engineer controls the power to the ship and to all the different stations, and how fast helm can turn and move the ship depends on how much power engineering has put to the helm station. To go to impulse and warp, you need to have enough engine power. Also, you have to have your subsystems, engine and warp core subsystems, not damaged and working. The engineer is charging the warp core, which is often like in a hairy situation, you need it like now, right? And then the engineer has to keep all those systems repaired and working for everybody else to be able to use them. So
you sort of mentioned the combat role of tactical, but it's definitely more than just where to shoot and who to shoot.
Right. Yeah, so obviously you're using phasers and torpedoes, that's classic Trek, and that's awesome to do. But scanning is a big part of it. You have other things like subsystem targeting, which is obviously part of combat, but it's a sort of another level of tactical play, targeting somebody's engines or weapons or whatnot. And then there's some systems that often gets used by tactical, but actually can be shared between the front three stations. So the transporter and what we call system intrusion, where you can disable somebody's, sort of hack into their ship and disable their engines or bypass their shields for a short time. That can be used by tactical, helm, or engineering. And we want to allow the crews to kind of divvy up that workload based on who's the busiest and who can handle the tasks best at the time.
In the big chair, we have the captain. The captain knows what the objective is and is kind of like the oversight.
Yeah, the kind of overall coordinator, in a lot of ways the strategist too, because you'll be faced with issues like, are we going to try and transport these survivors off of this escape pod while we're under attack? Are we going to drop our shields and take hull damage in order to get the transport to happen? And the captain really needs to make these decisions, right? We also design specifically for the crew to rely on the captain for objective information and where to go. And the captain will get sort of tips from Starfleet within the objectives panel that really kind of helps them make them the smartest person in the room because they have that information, and we want the crew to be relying on the captain that way. So
there's a mild fire on the bridge. Do not be alarmed.
Now we played today. We got to play on the Aegis, but we also got to play in the Enterprise from the original Star Trek. And talk to me a little bit about how you guys went about bringing this thing to life, because man, it looks good.
Thanks. Yeah, it was quite a process, and I mean, our top thing for this was authenticity, really. Even over this would be really easier for the player if we, did it this way, if we put labels on these buttons where there's actually no labels in the show. But we really wanted to make it feel like you're stepping into that ship as they had it on the TV series in 1966. There was this great guy named James Cawley, who made this Star Trek bridge, the whole set of the TV series recreation in Ticonderoga, New York, upstate New York. Did an amazing job. It was like 15 years of his life he dedicated to it. So I got to go up there and sit on the bridge and take pictures of every station and every button. And he did so much work that we got to benefit from. So this is the most accurate recreation of the set.
So how is it different as a player on the Enterprise?
Yeah, so on the Aegis, we have so many labels and, like you said, information popping up everywhere, right? And a lot of the stations on the original bridge don't even have monitors that we can use. So basically, you're flying the ship with an array of 36 buttons.
No problem.
No problem. One of the things we did is we allow players to pop up these little pop-up hint tips that tell them what the buttons are. But nobody else can see them, right? So it's just for you. Everybody else sees you like a pro, just plugging away at these buttons, look like you've been, acting on the show for years. We recommend that people play the Aegis first. They get their sort of feet wet. And then when they go to the original bridge, they'll know how the systems work, and it's a different way of interfacing with them.
And they'll be ready to go. I will say this for the Enterprise, it's much less easy to accidentally hit the red alert button.
It's right next to the red alert button.
Star Trek Bridge Crew is coming to VR, all kinds of VR headsets, and it's coming soon.
Yes,
May 30th.
It's coming to Rift, Vive, PSVR on May 30th, and it's also crossplay between those three, which is great for multiplayer and for VR, so you can play Rift players can play with PSVR and so on. So yeah, we're excited.
Very exciting, and you too can look forward to boldly going where no one has gone before and coming back with a cool face to show for it.
VR face.
I'll give you a little tip after being at the VR Expo LA 2017. That's the E3 2016 trailer of the Bridge Crew, but it also explains that you can see it was put out on April 12th, 2017. That's on YouTube. I'm sure you can find it if you're looking for it. Otherwise, we'll keep moving forward. We got a couple more links to do, and then we're getting right to the show. There's the free spring sale stuff that we were trying to talk to you about earlier. Pre-owned Nintendo DS games, buy two, get one free on that deal, and I think it only goes till tonight. I'm not sure. Pretty much is ending anytime. We're going to be putting out a deal on the Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege Gold. We're not going to be selling it. We're going to be putting it in on a contest, so make sure you pay attention mentioned for the Rainbow Six stuff that's going on. We also have that on the site right now at GameHQ.tv. We're comparing the prices, and we're just showing you that you can win a game anywhere from $60 to $104. All you have to do is set up to be fun every month. Remember, click on the fun link, sign up either monthly or yearly, and get in on all the fun giveaways that we have. This is the land grab. Speaking of grabbing things and giving away in GTA, that's the new land grab adversary mode that was going on this weekend, and it's still going on through April 24th. That's one reason why we wanted to put this one up as well. And it's a brand new DLC that you can get downloaded from GTA 5. And here we go. Here's the For Honor weekly content I wanted to show you about a little bit. I think this was the one before this. Go back one. Let's see if it is. No, this is it. Yeah, they were banning the game. It was just such an amazing element as far as what the game was doing. People were like, screw this, they're not balancing it out. So this is the latest patch, I think, that we just got 5 days ago. Again, we're a little behind with the VR and the PS4 VR, so this, when was this? Was this last Thursday? Yeah, we were supposed to run this last Thursday. You want it full screen? Okay, we'll put it full screen. Again, we've got our friends on Twitch, on Hitbox, on YouTube, and on GameHQ.tv, and our new friends on Beam. Hello, Beamers. Make sure if we need to ride home, we've got a Beamer. We're going to drive you. I mean, you're going to drive us home in it. New stuff that's coming up for this month. Remember, Events for Gamers is the link that's on our main site at globalgamingheadquarters.com, yourglobalgamingheadquarters.com, so you don't miss out on all of the events that are coming up. We have this new one coming up just Friday, Reboot Develop 2017. Dubrovnik, Riviera, the Sheraton. This is, again, I'm going to tell you stuff that's going on here local and around the globe. A For Honor game, there you go. Let's close that one up and get ready for the next link, and then I think we're almost done if we hit the VR stuff. There's the other Do LA stuff that's going on. We wanted, again, making sure that you check out all the Do things, the things you can do while you're using the Do app in your city, whether it's Do LA, Do New York, Do Chicago. You'll find there's always new and great things going on, and as well as they're giving contest tickets away. There's the Guitar Center code that was supposed to be used over the weekend. Again, sorry we're a little late on that one, and that is, of course, where we're going to end it. Registration's closed about VRLA. Let's see if we can get it switched over to the main stuff that we wanted to show you here at VRLA. And the first one is from our friend, and he's from Brazil, so our friends out in São Paulo who's watching. And I don't speak Portuguese, but we're going to do our best to try to put this one up. This is Francisco Almendra. I'm sorry, Francisco. And it's Quo, the Quo Studio, KWO. They make state-of-the-art techniques and storyline to bring you some amazing VR experiences. Let's see if we can get some information with a video. They are so good at what they do. It is mind-boggling. It's Studio Quo. Let's see if they get their portfolio set up where we can run something on a VR setup. And again, if you get a chance to see any of the links that I'm showing you in more detail, or we're going to try to get interviews if we can for people who are here in the country. But as far as our friends in Portugal, or I know I want to say Portugal, and Brazil that speak Portuguese, let's see what we have for them. Do you have You do have it? You're good. Try it.
Olá e bem-vindo ao Gaming.tv. Estamos alcançando nosso VR Expo 2017 Weekend. Nós estaremos rodando musical Maniacal Multiplayer Mayhem segunda-feira. Assim que terminar o Expo VR Expo 2017 informativa. Obrigado por nos encontrar e obrigado por assistir. De todos nós aqui no Gaming, que obrigado por esperar e obrigado por assistir.
There you go. Portuguese is a little bit trickier than you may think it is. If you're speaking English, you can understand their Portuguese to our friends over that are in Brazil, with our friends at Quo Studios. Yes, it's just Studio Quo, StudioKWO.com. Again, our friend over there is Francisco. And I just wanted you to see what they've got for 360. Let's take a peek, shall we? We shall.